Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, the tale of two seasons continues right now. Honestly, the weather has been less than cooperative. Snow, wind, you name it. It has just definitely been a bear as far as the weather is concerned this past week. But the way the forecast looks like now, this coming weekend, it looks like it's going to be quite a bit nicer, and then all next week looks like we're going to be back into that spring-like type of weather. So for all those open water enthusiasts, hope is right around the corner. For the ice fishermen, I think the season may be coming to an end here pretty quick, but we've been talking about that now for the past couple of weeks. Speaking of the fishing report, guys up in the northeastern part of the state, the northern half, are still out there ice fishing. A lot of smaller sloughs, other lakes like Wabae, Bitter, Indian Springs, some of the dry lakes further to the north are producing fish, and guys are out there. But again, I need to caution you. You need to make sure that you are aware of the ice thickness as you're walking out. Make sure you drill those holes as you go out. Have that safety equipment that we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. Have that with you as well. Guys are doing really well for walleyes up there, and even a few nice perch being caught. Mainly using jigging spoons, also live bait, minnows, as well as the waxworms for the perch. Then down here, the southern part of the state, really there hasn't been much fishing going on because it's been too cold to open water and the ice is too poor. So keep that in mind. But really, the story has been the Missouri River. But even with that, the guys have been kind of limited because of the weather. But guys that have ventured out with the cold have had decent luck, and it's mainly what they're doing is jigging for the walleyes with live bait. Well, folks, in this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to continue talking about plastics. Last week we talked about jigs and twister tails, and this week we're going to talk about swim baits. And we have a great selection of swim baits here at the store. Whether or not you're talking about Kalins, Lunker Hunts, Impulse, Gulp, Ripple Shads, Walleye Assassins, the new Storm 360s, we have them right here at the store at a great selection, all different types of colors. And speaking of colors, we have over 30 different colors of Walleye Assassins. I don't think anyone can say that anywhere around here. So stop on by and take a look at the great selection of swim baits. Now, how do you use them? Really, I think the main key and the underrated factor is the jig itself. The jig is what's going to keep that chunk of plastic on the hook, and the way they do that is with the bait keeper itself. Many jig companies will paint over that bait keeper, and that piece of plastic can easily come off after a bite or two. Well, with some of the newer jigs that have been out there for the past couple of years, and the ones that I use, they have a metal bait keeper, and it keeps that chunk of plastic on that hook much, much longer. And some of those jigs include the VMC Moon Eye, also the Northland Slurp jig, and then also the VMC swim jigs. Those are all great jigs to use when you're talking about using swim baits and chunks of plastic like you are right here. How do you fish with them? Honestly, folks, there's really no secret to it. All you have to do is cast it out there and you let the fish tell you what they want, whether or not they want the slow retrieve or a faster retrieve, or bouncing it off the bottom, or hesitation. You name it. You try different things and let the fish tell you on that particular day. But jigs and swim baits are a great way to fish, whether or not you're talking about the spring, summer, or fall. If you have more questions about swim baits, stop on by here at the store and ask Nick or myself, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And speaking of that, some people have been asking, how are you going to notify me? I'm going to send you an email or give you a private message on Facebook letting you know that you've won that gift certificate. And folks, with this colder weather, we've actually extended our amount of time that we have the ice fishing tackle on the floor, and that sale continues. Ice clothing and electronics are at unbelievable prices. If you're looking for an ion auger, we have a 6-inch auger. It's being sold at my cost. Also, all the jigs, ice fishing jigs, are on sale at 20% off. And as I mentioned last week, I hesitate to call them ice fishing jigs because you can use these year-round. So if you're looking to stock up for some of the jigs that you're going to use this summer, stop on by and take a look at the great sales that we have going on at the end of the season closeout as far as the ice fishing season is concerned. Otherwise, the inventory is continuing to change day by day. We continue to add more and more stuff in. Also, folks, something new here at the store, we're going to be carrying muskie tackle, so keep that in mind if you're a muskie fisherman. Also, I want to mention that things are changing every day as far as the Ice Institute is concerned. The Ice Institute is scheduled for November 10th through the 12th, and we have sponsors that are lining up and vendors that are lining up waiting to get into the door. So I can't wait until next year, and I hope all of you spread the word for the 9th Annual Dakota Angler Ice Institute right here at Sioux Falls at the arena on November 10th and 12th. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.